All right. This is the second video. I'm waiting for everybody that was on the first video to get on over here. So we're going to give like 2-3 minutes. And I'm going to make sure I send this out to everybody on my Facebook page so that way they can get here. I see I've got somebody in here. Do me a favor, say something in chat because I still have like a blank slate over there in chat. I see where it says top chat, but it's like a blank slate. You know what I'm going to do? I think I can do this. Pop out chat. There we go. All right. Hey, Sam. All right. I see chat. It's just over to the side of me. So it's all right. It's fine. It'll be good. I see Sam. I see Ember. Oh my gosh, I miss you. All right. I see everybody. So let me get everybody to this reading, this all together. Sam, how you doing, kiddo? How's work going? Hope everything's okay. You know? All right. You had Sin, Lori, and Zarabeth were there. Okay. I am going to redo my post on my Facebook real quick. So that way we can get people to the right feed. It's always something. The problem, what happened was that I was looking at chat and I was trying to like see it better because I couldn't see it at all. And so I hit pop out chat and it went to my next screen because I have a dual monitor thing. And so I was looking at the next screen and I was like, it looks like I'm looking in two different directions. So I'll just put it back. And when I went to go put it back, it was gone and I couldn't figure out how to get it back. So yeah, I'm technologically illiterate, guys. Lori, by the way, I did see what you were saying about Dan. That is great news, sort of. Like that's like a mixed bag, isn't it? Like there's good news to the bad news. So that's good though. Zarabeth, I'm glad you're back. It's amazing. We open back up on the 6th with lots of new changes. Sam, I cannot wait to go back in there. Like, I really cannot wait to go back in there. I want to see all the new changes. I'm feeling the need for a new crystal, and I don't know what it is yet. I don't know what it is. It seems like my crystals come with just like, as I put my hands on things, that's when I find out whether or not I need it. So I'm looking forward to that. I see Cindy, Lori, Zarabeth, Sam, Garrett, and yourself. Okay. As promised, though, I wanted to go over something real quick before we go over our readings. There's something that I keep coming across, and it really applies to novice witches, or also called baby witches. I heard another witch say, please don't call them baby witches, and it's degrading. And I thought to myself, I was like, well, maybe she's right. Maybe that is kind of degrading to call them baby witches because they're not babies, but they're in the infancy of their journey. So I don't know. If you have a problem that I call you a baby witch, please tell me, okay? I won't call you a baby witch. But for baby witches and closeted witches, having an actual like oracle deck or a tarot deck, that's telling. That's one, tarot decks are expensive. Well, some tarot decks are expensive. I think I got this one for $20. But a lot of times when you're in your early 20s, $20 is expensive. And so you can't afford a tarot deck, or you can't afford the things that you really want, but you still want to get into divination. So I started thinking, I was like, how can we talk about this? And I'm probably going to talk a little bit more during Witchy Wednesday tomorrow about one of these things. I started looking into, to solve that problem, I started looking into different ways of divining answers. And of course, there's reading tea leaves, and there's the multitude of natural ways. But I thought, what if they really wanted something tangible that you get the energy from. Like, it helps direct your energy. So there was 2 things that I came up with. One of them, if you're an outed witch, you can use this. If you're an outed witch, you can use this. If you're not an outed witch, then you probably wouldn't be able to. And it also depends on how about you come across the particular object that I'm going to show you. One of the things, so Sam, you like Baby Witch. Okay, so you're good. One of the things that happened a couple of months ago, and I shared it with you guys, was that we had a rodent get inside the house. And it was really scary. Really scary. I'm going to pull my microphone a little bit closer. You probably hear all that banging because of the microphone. Sorry. It was a little scary, but we got underneath the house to see if it had like made a nest under the house. And when we got under there, we found that a cat had died. Don't know why it died at the time. Now I know why it died, but at the time I did not know why it died. And we had just started learning about cleaning bones. And so we kind of wanted to clean the bones to see if we could maybe articulate it or, incorporate it into one of our characters, because we do haunted attractions. And we cleaned the bones. I now know why the cat died. Apparently the cat had gotten into some kind of fight with something that's bigger than it, because after looking at the bones, you can tell that its jaw had been broken here. And so that's how it died. It either something hit it or it got into a fight with something. But we cleaned the bones. We got the cat naturally. It wasn't something, we didn't kill the cat. If bones bother you, turn away right now, because I am going to show you them. You've seen one of them on this table for a while. And this is how I'll tell you I know that it got hit. This was the cat skull, right? And you can see right there is the fracture. So I was trying to think, what do I want to do with these bones? And I learned about bone oracles. And bone oracles are like what you've seen in medieval movies, where the witch throws the bones and she divines the answer from the bones. I am learning how to do that, but I thought this is a good time for us to talk about what is a bone oracle. So I put them in a box. We've cleaned them. They're right here. These right here, the way that they work is that you would take the bones and you throw them on a blanket, on some type of sacred cloth. Okay, you throw them on there, and depending on the way they land, gives you information. It's very much like fire scrying. You're looking at the shapes and you're divining the answers that the bones made with the shapes, as there are letters there. It's very difficult to learn, and that's why I said I'm at the beginning of learning this. But for a baby witch who maybe doesn't have the money, y'all eat chicken. I'm just saying, if you eat chicken with the bones on them, you can clean the bones. If that totally grosses you out, then that's not your thing. That's not what you need to be doing. But I'm letting you know because I believe in educating people with all options. And this is an option. This is an option for people who might want to do divination a different way. Maybe you don't want to do with cards. Maybe you can't afford the cards. If you can get your hands on some bones and accumulate bones, you can make yourself a bone oracle and learn how to use those. The other one is not as gross. Not as gross at all. The other one is called a junk oracle. And I've got this little box right here with my junk oracle. Basically, a junk oracle is exactly what the word entitles. It's junk. I got a sun hat. And for me, when this would get drawn, I should explain. You put together whatever you want. I got a sun hat. I got a little unicorn. I got a little sign that says garden. I've got a little crystal. I got a little child. It's a creepy child. I got a little tiny witch broom. I got an eyeball. So they're all different things. I even have a little hand mirror in here, and I have a little sun. Have a little tiny caution cone. These are just random things that I've picked up. But each one of these have been assigned a meaning by me. My unicorn. It's like the same as the magician in the tarot deck. This little guy, when I pull him, he represents joy for me, right? When I get the barrel, this to me signifies having wealth. We've got it all in the barrel. It's just there, right? Or if for whatever reason the message comes out like shooting a fish in barrel, like things are coming easy for you. That's what that is. My broom, you need to clean out your life. So junk oracles are a really easy way of creating your own divination tools, and you are assigning meaning to those things. Okay. I loved this idea. Especially for closeted witches. Because this idea right here allows people to divine answers and use their gifts without exposing themselves. Because it's just a bunch of junk in a bag. And when somebody asks you, like, why you got a bunch of junk in a bag? You're like, I don't know. I just thought they were cute, and so I'm keeping them. I know it's weird. Like, you don't really have to explain, right? That's it. That's the only explanation. I liked those objects, so I kept them. A lot of people do those things. You don't have to be a witch to do that. But you can divine answers from your own junk oracle. So we will be going over the bones tomorrow a little bit more during Witchy Wednesday. And we are also going to talk about drawing energy tomorrow. So that's a preview of what's to come. All right, Lori, I'm going to let you choose tonight. Lori, which deck should we use? Should we use the Rider-Waite deck? The one that's just blunt and to the point? Should we use our trusty Dark Wood deck? Or should we use the one we haven't used in a very long time, and that is our Goddess deck? Which one do you think, Lori? Which one would you like? Zerabeth, you have lots of junk. Use it. The Goddess? I must have known that automatically because I started already getting this out of there. I was like, all right, we'll use the Goddess deck. Yes, the Goddess deck is the old favorite, right? It's the one we started with. All right, let's go. So, Ember, we have Cindy. We have Lori, Zerabeth, Sam. Okay. All right. Cindy, I know that you are still like house hunting. Do you want me to pull a card regarding that? I can do that for you. Oh, we almost forgot. Oh, I'm a horrible human being. It's Pride Month. We gotta light our candle for Pride. Yeah. I almost forgot. No bueno. That's not good at all. Okay, you're not gonna. My candle lighter is like, no, I'm not doing it now. All right, Cindy, I'm going to pull a card regarding your house hunt. Cindy, you got the Princess of Swords, but it's in shadow. Swords represent your decision making. So I'm wondering what is in shadow for you. Princess of Swords, not understanding as much as one would like to, the desire to move, but feeling thwarted. It's that last one. Right now, you're having a lot of difficulty house hunting. But I'm coming back to that not understanding as much as one would like. I feel like there's a hidden resource for you. Like you're not seeing a hidden resource. And if you were to be given this resource, then you would be able to find that house very quickly. Okay. Um, I'm getting that you need to talk to mom, which is weird. Like there's a okay, scratch that. It's not your parents, it's a mom. Like it's like you're supposed to talk to a parental figure, someone that you respect. There is a person that acts as a parent, like trying to get this message, and they're getting agitated because I'm not saying it right. You've got a person that is like a parent for you, and that person will get some information for you to use. Once that information comes across, then your house hunt will move forward. But right now it's just like you're agitated, you're bored, not bored, you're frustrated with it all. So that's what that is. What's up, Lydia? All right, Lori. I'm trying to decide if we should sell. Okay. Let's look to see if you should sell. What is the I'm going to ask specifically what is the outcome if you did. Okay? So we're just going to act like you did sell this. All right. I got two cards. Both of them are in shadow. And again, that doesn't mean anything bad. You know that. Doesn't mean anything bad. But you got the 8 of Pentacles in shadow. Let's see what words come out for me. Avoiding work, unhappiness with money received for work given, need to adjust the balance. This card is saying that if you sell right now, you're not going to get what you want for the house. There will be a loss on it. Prince of Swords, which is weird again because isn't the housing market like it's a seller's market right now? Am I wrong about that? So that's kind of a weird one. The other one you got was waiting for news, feeling inarticulate, unable to defend oneself, confusing messages. So this one is just like, yeah, it's you don't because it's a confusing time and there's a lot of chaos going on right now. It's basically saying just wait a little bit. Wait a little bit. Okay. That's what I'm getting from your cards. Now, of course, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Your cards are like a lantern in a dark forest. It will illuminate a very little bit, but it won't illuminate the whole thing. So that's the advice. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a seller's market. Yeah. That's why it's weird that your cards are like, wait a minute. It's just saying that you're going to get a loss. All right. Zarabeth. Kiddo doing okay still? Kiddo healing? We talked about last week how they're a little springy. Good. I forget. I think you've told me before, but you have more than one, right, Zarabeth? You're like a busy mom. Not that any other mom is not busy, but if you have more than one child, you'll know. You know what I'm talking about. There's a whole other busy. All right. Okay. You have one. Okay. I thought for some reason you had more than one. You're just a busy person. All right, Zarabeth. Let's get you. Do you have any specific questions? There's something here, though. Oh, that's why I think that's why. All right. I picked a card as I was tapping into your energy, and it's the Six of Pentacles, and it's in shadow. The card itself are three women, and one is looking at a person who is holding the pentacle, and the other one is looking away with an empty hand. And I'm getting a really weird connection to that image for some reason. Six of Pentacles in shadow. Jealousy or envy from those less fortunate. Need for appreciation. I feel like there's either this week or in this coming week. It's relatively like around this day. It's not future thing. It's very close in proximity. But there is this argument that stems from jealousy. You aren't the one arguing. You are the one being argued with. And that three women thing, like there's one woman who's on your side, but there's another one that is just like attacking you. And that empty hand is like, she's not going to get anything for it. It's going to come of nothing. So this argument that you're going to be having, it's purely petty. There's nothing that's going to come of it. That person's going to lose. So it's going to be a big deal enough for the universe to say, hey, look for this. But it's not such a big deal that it's like, just calm. It'll be fine. So, yeah, I'm interested to find out because it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't feel like it happened yet, but it does feel like it's happened like within the next couple of days. And there's three. There's one woman and there's another woman that has your back, basically, that is looking directly at you. Very interesting. So next week, you got to tell me, Sarah Beth. What went down? Spill the tea, as the kids would say. Yes, keep yourself at zen. That's probably what it's trying to tell you is like, just, there are weeks that I have a short fuse and people will say something and I'm not happy with them. And then that causes me all kinds of like self-hate because I hate being hateful with people. And then I get upset with myself. So I don't know if you're like that, but I think the universe is just telling you, yeah, like it's not going to come of anything. Don't worry about it. Hi, Danielle. How are you? You've got Zarabeth's back. All right. All right, Ember, we have Sam next. Sam, do you have any specific question you want to ask me, kiddo? Sam, you've got like a giddy energy right now. Like there's always that laid back Samness about you, but there's Samness. That's what I'm going to coin it. All right. There's always that laid back part, but there's like, I don't know, like you've got some news. I don't know. It's just it's news. Let's see. Hi, Glitterbee. Yes, you can ask. We can put you on the queue. Sorry, my brain was like, I'm not talking. It's not good news. Okay, Sam. You're going to have to tell me. All right. You know where I am. You're going to tell me. So you just want general? Let's find out. There's this. Four of Swords, but it's in shadow. she's sleeping. I don't understand. Hold on. Let's find out. Sam, what's going on? Enforced isolation, loneliness, more recovery time needed. Enforced isolation is what I picked up first. More recovery time needed. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what first comes up to my mind. And first thing that comes up to my mind is that immediately I think your shop, the shop is going to have some type of setback this week. And so it's going to delay what you can do, because that enforced isolation seems like it comes from the work aspect of it. Like you're still having to not be there. And that's causing a little bit of not distress, but just anxious. Like you're ready to go back. I'm getting colors of you, and I don't know, because I don't normally get colors, so this is weirding me out just a little bit. I've got like a pink and a purple and a blue. A pink and a purple and a blue. Like either you can see the blue right now or it's on you. But there's blue. Interesting. Oh, bye, Lori. Good luck. Good luck to your husband. Sam, so you're saying that there's things at home. Okay. I'm going to pull an oracle card, because like this one's a little all over the place. I need to find out what, like a little bit more clarity. This one's I don't know if it's the energy that is on, but it's like a very spotty connection. That's what it feels like. It feels like a spotty connection. Let's look. Wisdom. Sam, message me when you have free time. Okay? Message me when you have some free time. I want to talk about your reading. One-on-one. All right? Nothing bad. It's that it's weird. It's a very weird energy. And I want to be free of what others are hearing to be able to speak a little more freely. Okay? So message me and we'll get together, and I'm going to give you a full reading for free, because there's a message that you need to hear. Okay? Is that okay with you, Sam? Hopefully. Okay. All right. Yeah, there's something with your cards, and I need to be able to be freely accessing your cards. And I don't think you need this deck. I think you actually need the Rider-Waite deck. I think it has something very blunt to tell you. It says, my connection is unstable. You guys still seeing me, or I'm all like blotchy? Do you guys still see me? Hopefully so. Okay. All right, Garrett. Garrett, you've got the Three of Staves in shadow. Three of Staves in shadow. ambitious plans which may not be grounded in reality, a frustrating delay in receiving success. And that's what that right here, your card, there's going to be something that delays the plans that you have, and that's coming this week. You're going to get like a little bit of a stall. It's not a huge stall. It's like it'll push back what you're wanting to do by like 2 or 3 days, at the most a week. Okay. But your plans right now are going to hit a stall button this week. Lydia, you can see me. All right. Who's next? Next, we have Amber, the moderator extraordinaire. Oh my goodness. Amber, you have a very tired energy about you tonight. Your card has to do with life. In specifics, it has to do with sacrifice. You got the goddess Kuan Yin, which is the sacrifice card for the major arcana. And she is 12. Okay. In 12th position. She is in shadow, though. Lack of compassion, avoiding pain for gain, focus on materialism to the detriment of spiritual values. So I think right now you're pushing yourself. It feels this tiredness goes with this. It's like you're pushing yourself to get to something, and that push is pulling your energy. It's draining your energy. So you and Garrett's might have a hand in hand. Like you might have to take a break and kind of like give it a few days of whatever you're doing, because you're getting overly tired. Your guides are telling me broken. You're going to be broken. Stop. So whatever is exhausting you mentally, because that's what it feels like. It feels like a mental exhaustion. You need to pause and do some self-care. Okay? Do some self-care. Do something that brings just you joy. Not anybody else, just you. All right? Play with the babies. Play with your fur babies. All right? So that's what's going on with you, Ember. All right. Lydia. Is your job still going good? I hope so. I keep saying I went into your store to see you because I was pushing myself, and I went into the mall. And we both know how much I hate the mall. And I went in and I bought this cardigan, though. It was really cute. But you weren't there. No. Because I read your message wrong. And I thought you worked on a Saturday and you were working on a Sunday. So it's my fault. All right, Lydia, let's get you. Do you have anything specifically you'd like to ask? No. All right. I'm looking at my internet speed and trying to make sure that I'm not dropping. We do have a pretty good storm going on outside. It's not as bad as it was the other day where I had to actually get offline. But when it rains, it always messes with our internet. So it is what it is. All right, Lydia. Lydia, you got the 5 of staves. Now, it came in shadow. It did get pulled in shadow, but the moment I pulled it in shadow, my brain was like, nope, and turned it back around. So I'm going to read it as it was. It's not in shadow. Says conflict for the sake of conflict, ego-oriented competition, losing sight of what's important because of petty disagreements. This is between you and someone in the house. You are nitpicking and arguing with each other, and at this point you don't even know what you're arguing about anymore. And it's not like full-blood arguments, they're just like petty one-liners. And you have started, like, you don't even know why you're arguing. You don't even know why you do it. Start looking at that. You know how I tell you look at triggers? What's triggering this pettiness? What's triggering this I get the word biting back and forth. Why are you going back and forth with this person? What triggered it? What is it? Like, you're supposed to figure this out. This is your shadow work, if that makes sense to you. This is like you need to figure out why, when you get frustrated with this particular person, you just lash out. And that's what this card's about. Like, that's been happening a lot lately. There's somebody that you've just been back and forth. All right, Danielle, welcome. I don't know if this is the first time you've been here. It's the first time you're asking for a reading. So welcome. I hope that you've enjoyed it so far. Is there anything particular that you are wanting to ask, Danielle? Anything at all? We have Danielle and Glitterbee. Glitterbee, I love that name, by the way. Glitterbee. Danielle, if you have any help. Oh, that's your Danielle. Okay. Zarabeth. It's like, it's mine. I love her. It's my first time Zara told me about it. Just general. Okay. All right. Let's give you a general reading. Let's just see what you have to be on the lookout for next week. Okay. If there's anything in particular. Your energy's different. Okay, so your energy is very like present. There are some people that come into a reading and their energy is divided, but like it feels like you're making a constituted effort to be present for this. No problem, Lydia. All right. Danielle, you got the Six of Cups in shadow. The card itself has cups that are filled with flowers. I always think of cups as emotion. And when you turn a cup upside down, it's like emotions are upside down. So you have the Six of Cups in shadow. Need to incorporate the past and perhaps painful memories into the present. Okay. So, Daniel, what I'm picking up on is like there has been lately this overwhelming need, heal triggers. And that it's like I get told that's the incorrect word. That's not it. Like it is, but it's not the correct wording. Yeah. You've got a lot going on inside your head. That's what the presence is. It's like you're making constituted efforts to be aware of things. And that is your effort to move forward. Um, there are events in your past that have not been healed yet. There are events that you are still struggling with, and you are using a lot of energy to compartmentalize. I can never say that word right. Um, you're trying to push it aside. You're trying to put it in a little bit of an area and say, okay, I'll take care of that later. Well, this card is saying you got to take care of it now. It's time for you to take those things out, dust them off, look at them, and see what they're like, what it really is. Okay. So it's a very like, you're working on you. You know you're working on you. This is what you need to do. And that's what this card is deal with that past. All right. Ah, I'm glad. Glad. There was a part of you, and I don't know if I picked up on it or if it's me just always being cynical of my own self, but there was a part of me that felt like, Danielle, when you came in, you were a little bit skeptic of what I could actually see. And so there's a little bit of a you're a little more convinced now. That's what I'm saying. But I don't know if that's me just being like not, you know, not good with my own self or if that's actually how you felt. So, Glitterbee! It's time. It's time for you, Glitterbee. Do you have anything specific? Okay. So what's next for you? Your path seems to be hard. Okay. Let's find out. Let's see what you need. Are you hold on. Glitterbee, your energy feels suffocated. Your energy feels pieced. Like, this is the image that I get. Like, if you take a balloon and you wrap a little string around the balloon and you've got little pieces of that balloon kind of bulging out here and a little bulging out there, and you're trying to keep it all in, that's what your energy feels like right now. Like you're trying to keep it all in, but there's pieces of your energy bulging out everywhere. And it just doesn't feel good. Okay, Danielle, that was just me being bad to myself. Okay, all right. All right, let's see. I'm gonna Glitterbee, let's you got the Ace of Cups in reverse. And I'm also gonna pull an Oracle card real quick. Something's just telling me you need both. So I'm pulling both. All right. So first of all, you got the Ace of Cups. And it is in shadow. Shadow means that emotionally, you are being tipped out. Emotional disappointment, creative blockages. So you have some blockages going on. I want to say this, like I want to grab this, like your voice is being blocked. Like you feel like you can't say things. Your oracle card is a rat, and it's persist. Rats are very persistent. So let me see what words come out for this one. I want to know what continue to dream, endure, pursue, prevail. The rat is often a misunderstood animal. They are intelligent, family oriented, and incredibly driven. This is talking about you. Intelligent, family oriented, and incredibly driven. Rats focus on a goal and throw all they have into the achievement of that goal, no matter the time, cost, or personal sacrifice. The rat card appears as a reminder and encouragement to keep going, keep trying, keep pursuing until you prevail, until you succeed. You can do this, gather your resources, and continue down the path that you have created for yourself. And that last part is bolded to me. You created this path. You started on this path. You continue on this path. The blockage, that creative blockage, is this thing of I don't know how to continue. I don't know how to keep pursuing something that hurts. You've got an end goal in mind for yourself, but you also have no goal. Like there is a place you want to be. And that place isn't just like an earthly place, a spiritual place that you want to be. Oh, okay. As soon as I started saying that, everything wiped out of my head. Everything wiped out of my head. Like I'm getting too close to something that you aren't supposed to see just yet. The things you have to do right now is remember to put one foot in front of another and keep heading down the path. That's what it said just then. One foot in front of another. Before you know it, you're there. But you do feel like you've got a lot of like you're trying to keep your emotions in. What I'm going to say is if this is accurate, if I'm feeling this and this is you, you need to start unbinding yourself. You need to start being free to live. Because that's what this is like. It's like you're creatively blocked because you have placed restrictions on yourself. And those restrictions that you've placed on yourself are causing these emotional bubbles. Now there are, and I'm getting reminded, there are some restrictions that got placed on you by others. Those restrictions you can still remove. There are choices to be made. But there is a creative block that will not be removed until you stop blocking yourself, until you stop saying the things that are in your head. All right. All right. Let's pull a universal card, right? We got a universal card next. So Glitterbee, I hope that makes sense to you. I hope you oh, your energy just feels very bound. Very bound. That's what it feels like. It just feels very bound. All right. Let's look at the universal card. I'm going to pull an oracle card today because it's been a while since I've used oracle to pull a universal card. So let's use the oracle. Knowledge. We got the book card. So for this next week, what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to build our knowledge. We're supposed to go and do the research. We're supposed to go and write things down. We're supposed to do the assignments. We're supposed to really build upon this wisdom because there are things that we're going to need to do with it. So this week is a learning week. Any situation that you are in and you are uncomfortable, it is a learning experience. And that knowledge you need for what's coming. Okay. So make sure that any situation you're in, you are picking up anything that you might not know. I'm going to learn it all. I'm going to be a sponge. All right. So this week, my lovelies, we're sponges. We learn everything and anything we can. Doesn't matter if it applies to you or not. Learn it. If you are presented with the information, absorb it. All right. Because you need this knowledge. There have been several witches that I'm in contact with that say there is something right over the horizon, and I feel it. And it's not a good something. It's a fight something. And we need this knowledge. So I'm going to make sure that every time we get this card, we remember, learn, my lovelies. Learn everything. All right. Oh, Glitterbee, that explains a lot. That explains a lot. That's the binding that I feel. That's the binding I feel. There are things that have been placed on you, but then of course, there are other things that you placed on yourself. And those are the things that your card is wanting you to look at. All right. All right, my lovelies. It's almost 8:00. We got through a Tarot Tuesday. Tomorrow for Witchy Wednesday, we are going to talk about this junk oracle. We're going to talk about building our own, and we will talk about bones. All right. We will talk about how to read the bones, how to read junk oracle, how to throw the bones, how to throw junk. We're going to talk about all that stuff tomorrow on Witchy Wednesday. All right. Along with energy. And how do we absorb energy? How do we cast energy? How do we focus on energy? Right? So until tomorrow, my loves, be happy, be safe, and know that I love you. All right? And I will see you tomorrow for Witchy Wednesday. For those that came new this week, thank you. I appreciate your support. Come back. We'll do a free reading every Tuesday. Got it? All right, my lovelies. Have a good one. Yes, don't forget to like the video for me if you can. Like and subscribe. Thanks, Zarabeth.